Welcome to this, most exciting thing of things that we're doing today. You get to see me do my stats homework. And you don't have to like it, you can just click away if you don't. I don't hold it against you, you don't hold it against me. Let's see if I can do this right. I'm gonna try really hard not to bump the camera. And we'll see what we can make happen, huh? Okay, so problem number one, I'll flash it up there on the screen for you. That's problem number one. A sociologist wants to know the opinions of employed adult women about government funding for daycare. She obtains a list of 520 members of a local business and professional women's club and mails a questionnaire to 100 of these women selected at random. Only 48 questionnaires were returned. What is the population in this study? What is the sample? So let's write in. Let's start the problem. 5.1, that's what problem we're doing. And to start this, it's asking, what is the population? And what is the sample? Now the population is everyone who was involved. That would be 100 women. And then the sample is the 48 that returned the questionnaire. Does that make sense? I think I did that right. So, now we can move on to 5.2. I'm listening to Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm sorry you can't hear it. Flashback. Here it is, right down at the bottom. For each of the following sampling situations, identify the population as exactly as possible. That is to say, what kind of individuals the population consists of, and to say exactly which individuals fall in the population. The information given is not complete. Complete the description of the population in a reasonable way. Okay, for A. Each week the Gallup poll questions a sample of about 1,500 adults. And I'll just read this and then we can look at the work. Questions a sample of about 1,500 adult U.S. residents to determine national opinion on a variety of its issues. Alright. So, the population, that's what we're trying to find, yes? For each of the following sampling situations, identify the population as exactly as possible. Okay, so for each week, the Gallup poll questions a sample of about 1,500 adult U.S. residents to determine national opinion on a wide variety of issues. Well, the population would be U.S. residents, all U.S. residents. And then that 1,500 is the sample, so the population would be all U.S. residents. And that's for problem A. For problem B, the 1990 census tried to gather basic information from every household in the United States, but a long form requesting much additional information was sent to a sample of about 17% of households. So the sample is the 17% of households. The population is 100% of households. Because remember, the population is the total amount, or the total people that excuse me, the total people that are looked at. So that'll be 100% of households. I actually like this setup. It's not awkward, and I feel like the camera's getting it well enough. A machinery manufacturer purchases voltage regulators for a supplier. There are reports that variation in the output voltage of the regulators is affecting the performance of the finished products. To assess the quality of the supplier's production, the manufacturer sends a sample of 5 regulators from the last shipment to a laboratory for study. The sample is the 5 regulators. The population would be the entire last shipment. Cool. 5.3. Trying to fix this. There we go. There's not a whole lot of room on this desk. 5.3. Is that here? It's here. A newspaper advertisement for U.S. Today, the television show, once said, "Should handgun control be tougher? You call the shots in a special call-in poll tonight. If yes, call 1-900-720-6181. If no, call 1-900-720-6182. Charges 50 cents for the first minute. Explain why this opinion poll is almost certainly biased." Well, I guess it could be biased because they have 2 separate numbers, or because they charge. I'm not sure. If we think about this, so I'm gonna say right now that it's either because of the order of the numbers, the phone numbers, that there are 2 different numbers and then there's an order to them, or because they charge. And then I'm going to real quick check to see what the book says. Only persons with strong opinions on the subject strong enough that they're willing to spend time and at least 50 cents will respond to this advertisement. Okay, so it was the money. Poll, I don't know why I put another P. The poll charges to express your... I can't write tonight. And express your opinion, so only those who are strongly opinionated about this subject will call in. We'll call in 5.4. That should be here. Yes, 5.4. You are on the staff of a member of Congress who is considering a bill that would provide government-sponsored insurance for nursing home care. You report that 1,128 letters have been received on the issue, of which 871 oppose the legislation. I'm surprised that most of my constituents oppose the bill. I thought that it would be quite popular, says the Congresswoman. Are you convinced that a majority of voters oppose the bill? How would you explain the statistical issue to the Congresswoman? Well, we can think of it this way. just because those are the people that called in, it's voluntary, which means that the people who are strongly opinionated on it don't necessarily represent the majority of the opinion. So, excuse me, I should preface that word with just because I seriously cannot write tonight. Biauskas. Because just because the majority of people who volunteered their opinions, the letter opposed said bill. That does not mean that the majority of all. What was the word they used? Constituents? Yes. Constituents oppose the bill. The opposition could just be quite vocal. Now, according to the assignment, we can just keep going. 5.5. Let me pull that up. Is that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, a firm wants to understand the attitudes of its minority managers towards its system for assessing management performance. Below is a list of all the firm's managers who are members of minority groups. Use Table B at line 139 to choose 6 to be interviewed in detail about the performance appraisal system. Okay. So now we can skip over here, and these are the names. And what we can do is we can assign each of them a number. Let's see, how many are there? There's 3 times 9, 27, 28. There's 28. Did it say that? No. Okay, so there's 28, which means we need to do it by 2s. So 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. I'm going to do this real quick, and then I'll show you my numbering system. I did it wrong. Seventeen, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So now what we need, let me grab this out of my backpack. We need the random numbers table real quick, just so you can see I'll flip back to here. And that's the same page, that's just how I've numbered it now. So each name is assigned a number, and forgive me for writing inside my textbook. Now we need this random digits table. And the question says, use table B at line 139 to choose 6 to be interviewed in detail about the performance appraisal system. So, if we are on here, and it's a little bit tiny, but we go down to line 139 here, and let me just go across. So, let me go by 2. So 5, 5, 5, 8, nothing, 8, 9, nothing, 9, 4, nothing, 0, 4. There's one. 0, 4 lines up with Bowman. Men. 0, 4. Bowman is 0, 4 in line 139. We put the line because we might end up going over. So then we have 7, 0, 7, 0, 8, 4, 1, 0. Who was 10? Gates. Gates. This is difficult for you to see, isn't it? I'm going to move it up even more. There you go. Gates is 10 in line 139. And I'll just keep going. I'll read them off. Nothing. 4, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 9, 3, 4, 4, 8, 3, 9, 4, 5, 1, 7, and then 1, 9. 1, 7 is going to be morning. Okay. He is 17 in line 139. And then we have 19, which is Peters in line 139. Now we have to move on to line 140. So we have 1, 2, which is Gomez. In line 140. And then we have 13. Did we already get a 13? Nope. 13's our last one. It's Hernandez. Line 140. Cool. Anything else for that? No, we can move on to the next page, which is cool. Get resituated. There we go. And then we can look at, let's say it's here. Where is it? 5.5. Okay, 5.6. Your class in ancient Agritic religion. Oh, your class in ancient Ugaritic religion is poorly taught and wants to complain to the dean. The class decides to choose 4 of its members at random to carry the complaint. The class list appears below. Choose an SRS of 4. That's a something random sample. 4 using the table of random digits beginning at line 145. So I will number these out like I have before. Give me 2 seconds. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay. So now, as you can see down below, right here, I have numbered each of these. And now I can use my random digits table beginning at line 145. Okay, right off the bat we have 19, and that will be olds. So let me move this and we can start writing things down. This is 5.6 olds. Is 19, line 145. We need 4. Okay, next we have number 26. Lucky number 26, Sosa. 26, line 145. Next, we have 6, and that will be Dixon. And we need 1 more, and it will be lucky number 9, which is Green. Anything else to that question? No? Alright. And we can move on to 5.7. You must choose, excuse me, I'll pull it back up for you. You must choose an SRS of 10 of the 440 retail outlets in New York that sell your company's product. How would you label this population? Use table B starting at line 105 to choose your sample. I would use it. Well, I would label it. How would I label it? I'd number it 000, 001, 002, etc. to 439, 440. That's how I would label it. Now we go to line 105 on the random digits table. Nice and early up on the top. And the first number we have, 955, nothing. 929, nothing. 400. 400. Line 105. 769, nothing. 719, nothing. 148. Line 105. Excuse me, did I say 108? I meant 148. 160. Line 105. 779, nothing. 537, nothing. 911, nothing. 729, nothing. 759, nothing. 335. 335. Line 105. Alright. Well, it still took 24 minutes, but thanks for stopping by. That should be all of it. It was nice of you to join me here tonight. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I'll head out now. I suppose I should get to sleep. It's 11:49. Um, yeah. Have a good night. Bye bye.